what's up, Twitch chat? Yo, what's good, dude? We're just doing a little scrim between some fucking diamond teams. I don't know, dude. Please help me, Carson.
Hyperion Acad and Insidious. It's gonna be
pretty hype.
Gonna be an interesting game here.
Wait, just
We'll have to see how this goes.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure everyone in chat is my friends, to be honest. But I'm Mr.
Is
Muffin. I play Overwatch. I'm top 500 on most roles, and I have no life and just grind this game. So, yeah.
I am Bellow of Flames. I don't play this game a whole lot. I can do my best to help guide where and what everything is going on.
Alright, we're gonna get this scrim on the way. Very exciting match. We'll see. I'm kind of curious if they're gonna end up playing meta. I don't really know a whole lot about what they've been practicing. The meta, of course, right now being a rush comp with Rein Diva or Rein Zarya on some maps, with a Mei Cree, Lucio, and Baptiste. So we'll see if one of the teams busts that out. Might see a Miro comp that is very popular right now.
I'll be surprised if we don't see a Symmetra from the Insidious side. They tend to pull that out every once in a while.
Right. Who's their sim player? Do you know?
I think it might be Pooperman, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Pooperman on the sim. Okay, that'd be exciting. We are in Lijiang Tower, so the sim is very, very likely to come in if he does play sim. All right, let's check it out. All right, we are on. I don't even know the names of the maps. Someone help me.
Lijiang Tower.
Yeah, I know, but each of the 3 maps have separate names. I don't even know them, and I have like 3,000 hours in this game.
To be honest with you, I have no clue myself.
Cool, we're on this map with the center.
Okay, so from Hyperion, it looks like we got a Winston Zarya, Tracer, got Baptiste, Echo, and Mercy.
Apparently the game sound is really loud. Wait, type that in chat. Don't type it and don't text it to me. Is it like louder than our voices? Is that what you're saying? Oh yeah, I don't know, just one of my friends don't let me know. Wait, can you not fly around spectate? Am I not in an actual proper spectating mode?
You can.
How do I do it? It's not N. I don't know how to spectate live games properly.
You right click.
Oh, thank God. Okay, cool. This makes my life 10 times easier. Okay, if there is a sim, okay, there is a sim. Okay, this is gonna be huge. The first fight matters a lot. Getting to point matters a whole lot on this game mode, right? It's King of the Hill, of course. So whoever can get control of that objective first will have a huge advantage, right? They can get set up. The enemy team has to come into them. Blue team opting not to go Lucio, and red team has Lucio and a teleporter. So they're going to have a ginormous positional advantage going into the beginning of the game.
Ball's already on point.
Yeah, the red team just completely set up. I mean, they have everything they want. Monkey going in here, trying to take some space. Just like a little bit of pokes, not too much happening. The point's not quite active yet. So, oh, that's a very aggressive play for a Monkey. He has no cooldowns. I mean, red team has exactly what they want, and blue team just didn't really know how to. Or Team Insidious, and what was the other team's name?
Hyperion.
Hyperion, of course. Yes. Team Insidious got exactly what they wanted. They set up perfectly. They played their team comp exactly how they wanted, and I don't think Hyperion knew how to capitalize on it. Trying to take space with the Monkey Zarya. They used their cooldowns and went in again way too early. So we'll see what happens. Looks like they're trying to contest bridge.
Just not being able to get there and contest the sim turrets and getting them all set up.
They can't even can't cross this bridge. Like, they're up against Ball Lucio. This is gonna be really hard. Ball's taking so much focus in the backline, and they just clean up their team.
Yeah, Monkey went in real deep by himself, and
they're really
yeah. Ooh, they got a pick on Pooperman.
Damn, this is a huge play over here. They're finally going white, right? Because it's gonna be really hard to take the bridge. So going white, I think, makes a lot of sense here. Blue is up 1, I believe, but they have the teleporter, so they just come back instantly. And They just win this awkward choke fight. I feel like if you're
Big grab.
if you're Hyperion here, like you definitely just want to be running Rhine and like a brawl, right? Like what is the value that Monkey's gonna be getting there? You're basically like meleeing them with no shield. I'm not really sure.
I'm not too sure what they're thinking here. They have a lot of ults on their side, so Hyperion might be able to come in and pop a couple Qs and get some stuff going from it. Echo's throwing some coke over here on the right
They have
side.
a lot of ults. This is definitely going to be a huge ultimate fight here. We got 4 ults on both sides of the team. Mercy ult almost coming up. The wall splitting the entire map. I don't know if that's the greatest wall in the world. Let's see if they can get value off of it. Ball cleaning up the Tracer here. McCree finding the Winston, and I don't know. This isn't looking that great for Hyperion, man.
Mercy got split up from the Echo in the back.
I
Mercy
feel like
got
they're... Yeah, I mean, it's kind of over. They lost 2 instantly.
Yeah, unless somebody gets on point now, I don't think they're gonna have time to contest. Tracer blinking over
Tracer
to
still have
point.
to deal with their whole team and Sim turrets. It's going to be quite the comeback if they can get this. But the pulse bomb does come through. This is a start. They lose their main tank, but Mercy ult on point. See what happens. Tracer just pushing around.
Free.
That's a huge grab. See if they can pick up the Kree. The B comes through onto the Kree and the bubble. Yeah, it's just too hard. I think Hyperion needs to come up with a different strategy, man. Like,
Yeah.
you're playing hard point. They're running the Lucio the Sim. They get there instantly. They get the setup they want, and now you're just trying to run into the Sim McCree. Like the McCree Sim Baptiste, the ball just runs into your backline, distracts all your healers, and your Winston just falls instantly every fight before your Echo can even shoot anything. So
Let's see how this goes on the second point.
let's see. Yeah, let's see. They have a little bit of time to come up with a different strategy here.
They should expect the sim. At this point,
yeah,
they
exactly.
should expect the sim.
That's what I was gonna get at. Like, they need to come up with something because the Sim's gonna come out for sure.
They
I don't really
switched to the
see-
Lucio for the speed, trying to get to
They-
point before them.
I feel like that's a Lucio to speed out of spawn though, because they're still on the Echo. I don't know if running Echo without the Mercy is.
So you
that
think
great, I
speed
mean-
boost at the beginning, switch right back to Mercy?
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Yeah, my camera
Well-
angles aren't the best. Hopefully, the stream isn't looking at my camera, but I just fly around and just barely look at the fight, but I understand what's happening through the walls. All right, we have a 5-minute intermission. Okay, so I assume they're talking to coaches, which
I
is
don't
really good.
think- I
No,
don't think they have time. No, I think what they're doing right now is they're probably just picking out their comp, feeling it out, and then
Well, they need
the
this
red
time.
team's ready. So
they need this time. I don't think
that
they're
is
ready.
true.
All right, let's see if it's a speed boost out of spawn into a Mercy swap. I mean, even if it isn't a speed boost out of spawn into a Mercy swap, the positioning that you get from the Lucio speed boost out of spawn into the TP into the window, right? The classic TP into the window on this map, you just instantly set up and you just start holding. Okay, this is what I want to see. Yes, this is what I want to see. The mirrored Symmetra. Let's go. Okay, this is going to be a
Right
mirror
to the
Symmetra
point.
and Lucio. Okay, this is actually huge. These tiny little movement decisions and running in a spawn makes a big difference depending on which path they go. Okay, red team actually does the wrong path. Actually, they both do the wrong path. But blue team gets there first. Okay, this is going to be huge. Brawl breaking down. Sim turrets everywhere. Immortality field going down super early for red team. Nice immortality field for the blue team. I don't know why I'm not calling them blue
a
team.
lot of picks.
I need to call them by their names, but I'm not good at casting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that,
said red team, so
I think.
I feel like this might just be a communication difference. They're focusing down targets more than Hyperion, and I feel like it shows.
Well, also you have to take into consideration they opened with the sim, so you assume they're more comfortable on the Symmetra comp. I don't. Yeah, like right, blue team instantly
They
swaps off.
immediately
Hyperion,
switch off.
yeah, they instantly swap off if they know they can't compete with the sim comp. Insidious is just way more comfortable running the sim, and I think it really shows. They just can't win in that mirror. Genji, go!
Ooh.
What? Okay, they get the sim wall though.
They're just getting too much value. Hooperman's popping off, getting a lot of picks.
Yeah, Superman on the off angle with the sim shield. He can just literally stand still and pop off their whole team. Not exactly sure what was going on in the comms. Their Genji just kind of maybe thought his team was going with him, but that is
It might
unfortunate
have
to see.
been a slight communication issue.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
got
that's
the
not what
Tracer
you
taking a
not what you like
break
to
up
see.
here.
Yeah, you do want to see some close fights, but All right, let's see what happens. They're coming off the high ground. This is good positioning. Sim just instantly pops someone with the right click across the map. The Kree just falls. Yeah.
I'm surprised they got that much value with a the shatter there. That shatter didn't connect with anybody.
It doesn't even matter. Like, Team Insidious is BMing so hard. Like, right? Like, they're running the sim, right? So, like, their strategy is to huddle on point, use the sim turrets, make them walk into you, hold left click. Yeah, they're holding out in the open with the Symmetra. They're not even using the close range advantage that Symmetra brings, and they're just kind of falling apart. But the window comes through. This is definitely still winnable. Fire Strike doesn't connect on any squishies. Big shatter, though. It knocks down 2. Immortality Field coming out. Those are 2 giant kills.
Yeah, they're starting to, they don't have an emo either, so.
This should be very winnable, but there are still the sim turrets on point. Let's see if they remember about that. They try to clear them. Sim wall coming in. It's going to be very hard.
Big beat. Big grab.
Oh,
and
the
a shatter.
cleaned
up.
Wow, and Insidious wins that, what, 4v6?
Yeah,
That's
I
not
feel
what you like to see.
I don't know.
But-
It's just they're not focusing down single targets. I don't think.
I feel like the team comp. I feel like the team comp's just not. It's just not ideal. Like right now, the meta being just this brawl comp, right? Put all your resources into the Rhine, and then put all your resources into the enemy Rhine, right? All your damage into the enemy Rhine, all your resources into your Rhine, and then just blow them up and poke out people who are out of position. But yeah, I don't know.
So what would be an ideal comp? You think that the blue should like pull out right now to
Replace the Tracer with the
Yeah,
Mei,
either.
and it's the best.
Okay.
If you're, I mean, honestly, you could even replace the Tracer with the Sim, which wouldn't be terrible. But this is the one map where Sim isn't as strong as the other 2, in my opinion, just because the TP isn't as valuable, just to instantly get the point. It's still very strong, but if they're gonna take a fight or take a map, sorry, I feel like this is probably it.
Well, Team Insidious lost their huge carry Pooperman, so we'll see how this goes.
I mean, I would assume he's gonna come back. I don't think they're gonna start the game.
They're throwing Javi in, right?
Oh yeah, I didn't see that in the chat. You're right.
So
This is
we'll see.
true.
We'll see if the captain of Insidious can pull through and get some picks himself.
I think Hyperion really needs to understand that playing fast and only shooting their front line, I think, is like the main way you win, right? Like, unless your Tracer is forcing Immortality Field on her own, it's gonna be really hard to get value on the character.
Yes.
With that being said, it's not impossible, but with Symmetra having 225 HP, BAP with the insane healing, Lucio can peel everything, and it's gonna be hard. And you're just losing extra damage that you can put into the run, and especially because of the fact they have a sim, if you're not instantly winning the frontline duel, you just lose, right? Like, the sim's gonna build up her left click beam, and she's just gonna shred your team, and that's it. So like, if you're gonna come into contact with their Rhine, the fight needs to happen almost instantly. You need to blow them up almost. If this fight lasts more than like 4 seconds, and that sounds crazy, but now the sim has max beam and the fight's not over or not like decided, the sim's just gonna take over. Like we've seen.
Especially if the Zarya has max energy as well. It just
Right.
too much damage, and it's a pretty hard person to burn down if not everybody's focusing a single target.
Yeah. I'd like to see some sort of really cohesive coordination with the speed boosts. Something like baiting out some cooldowns, right? Bait out some bubbles or something. Bait out like some positional mistake and capitalizing with a speed amp. I don't think we've really seen a nice blow up onto one target. But
I don't think we've seen a whole lot of target focus on Hyperion's side yet.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think on Insidious either, but it just doesn't matter. You get that sim locked onto that Rhine, everyone else can just go shoot whatever they want. That sim will just lock him down the whole game, and if your Rhine's locked down, it's going to be hard. But actually, we have the Tracer mirror here. Okay, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting this.
Get the sim turn set up. Zarya focused down all the sentries.
Yeah, Insidious is just taking so much space from Hyperion, and the Rhine just can't swing. He just can't swing because he's completely locked down by this beam, and the Symmetra just kills everything. It's like, once the Symmetric starts getting the left click on your shield, the Rhine can't swing because he just dies. Now he's holding shield, and he just slowly falls. It was a late Immortality Field, right, from Hyperion, which isn't ideal, but I don't know if that would have mattered. It's not looking too great. We'll see what they can do. I want some sort of like creative idea, right? Like speed boost left. Okay, the solo kill comes through, and they're just running him down. The Zarya sim just running into their spawn. The Tracer picks up the solo kill. Yes, not looking the best.
They're just holding him down in the back line. They can't really come out.
Baptiste gets picked. They have to wait in the. They're literally waiting in the spawn. Okay, well this is at least a decent idea. I like the idea of going up top here, right? Don't go main. Go up top, flank around, come through, you know, dark room to point. You avoid the sim turrets that are inevitably set up here, and it gives you a little bit more room to breathe. And that's what they're gonna do here. So we'll see what happens. The pick comes through in the Baptiste, so they don't have a main healer. Wall drops down. Mortality killed on the Ryan. They win the Ryan battle. Ryan for Ryan actually, but they're still up 1. Oh, I don't. This is crazy. This is just deaths everywhere. This is a crazy brawl.
They're contesting point for the first time this map.
Yeah, this is great. I feel like Hyperion has a decent chance here. Yep. Even Charlie Field comes down. I feel like they really got this fight in the bag.
Good Ryan chatter for that.
They're not cleaning up the Zarya. Full energy in their backline.
Yeah, they're really spaced out.
High energy
Ryan's
actually.
going off both heels.
This should be an easy cleanup, but they're really struggling and they're losing player after player. Nice. Okay, but they do get it.
With the headshot.
Okay, the Tracer's kill. They're throwing this so hard. They had such.
Yeah, they should have had that. They should have all stayed point and contested.
It's still winnable. It's still winnable actually. It's still winnable. The Tracer and the Sim on point. But the Sim's just farming. Junkrat's back. Maybe he can touch. He does get the Sim. He doesn't get the touch. No overtime.
It was very unfortunate. I feel like that was a misplay on Hyperion's side. They should have stayed in contested point.
That fight was so winnable. I want to go back and watch that fight. There's no way they should have lost that. That's so sad for them. Oh, that would get me so demoralized. Okay, hopefully they keep their head strong now. Because this is definitely winnable. I think the fact that they can win that fight there, and the fact that they had the idea to go top left, I think it shows that this isn't going to be a wash. That is a crazy strong sim map. So I'm curious how strong Insidious is going to be without the sim, because I don't really think there's any other maps you can run it. But we'll see what they can do. They ask for Havana. Okay, Havana is going to be really interesting because there's only a few ways you can play Havana, right? It's either you spawn trap with Brawl, which is super common, or you're running like double shield, double sniper. There's really not much else you can do. The map is super wide open. There's so many angles. Hanzo, Ashe, Widowmaker. Those are the characters that get insane value. Those are going to be the carry characters. I don't know if they have sniper players. I hope they do, because that's always a joy to watch some Widow duels. But
we'll be interesting to see who can pop off and carry a team as a Widow.
Yeah, no, definitely. Havana's definitely the map to shine if you're a Widow player. A lot of carry potential, but based on that game. Sorry?
They don't have a whole lot going on Hyperion's side right now. I haven't seen anybody that just kind of stands out yet. The only person on Insidious is Pooperman. He's coming out quite a bit, and I mean he's showing everybody what he's capable of.
Yeah, Pooperman definitely hitting some shots. That's for sure.
It hurt me whenever I saw the McCree flash the Tracer and just missed the headshot. Tracer recalled and then just burnt him down.
Oh no. That's okay.
Very unfortunate.
It is a warm-up game. It is the first game. Not exactly sure what we're waiting around here for. Hyperion thinks that they get map picked because they lost. I'm not sure how that works. A little bit of confusion, I guess. That's okay.
Oakley coming out and just saying that we lost. I don't know.
Well, he's saying he's lost because he thinks that they get map pick because they lost.
Okay.
But there's a little bit of a dispute here. Hopefully that gets resolved. Yeah, I don't know if that was the best map to start on. I don't know if they knew Insidious played the sim, but they definitely did not know how to play against it. I don't think there's anything else that even mattered in that game other than the sim matchup. I feel like the sim just absolutely caught them off guard, and they just weren't able to adapt.
Too much presence on point.
Yeah, and then they try to mirror it, which I think is amazing. but they don't know the line. Honestly, Insidious didn't know the line either. There's certain routes out of spawn. It sounds stupid, but you get a more optimal run to point, right? You can get there faster than the other sim. It's important to know that. It's important to tell your team that. But yeah, that would have been nice to see if they pulled out the sim and took it back.
So it looks
But,
like they're going to go for Dorado instead of Havana.
Right, Dorado's not my favorite map. It's quite difficult. I think it's quite difficult for offense.
I feel like getting past, there's too many choke points, I feel like, on the first push. Like, there's that choke right out of spawn on that bend, and then there's another choke point underneath the bridge. It's just getting through that first push is kind of rough unless you just get huge picks out of the gate.
Yeah, that's honestly a good way to look at it. If you're not finding these crucial picks and you're just fighting a 6v6 head-on fight through that choke, it is extremely difficult for the offense. Not too many ways to counterplay it. That is a point where you could play the sim on defense at that choke point. Nice little set up a nice little car wash. Could potentially come out for Insidious. Not exactly sure why the game's not starting, but that's okay. I will attempt to continue to stall.
So, how's grinding in top 500 there?
It's not bad. I think the biggest misconception is people think that it's like a glory haven, if that makes any sense. Is that even how you say that? People think it's like a great place, like you've reached heaven, you know?
Like, people are just so
it's the same thing.
understanding and the communication's so much better.
Yeah,
Nobody's
no.
mean or...
Half the games, people's mics are muted. No one's talking. No one's commenting. Every once in a while, people will, but same at every elo. People are just as toxic. People will rage quit. You have throwers. There's cheaters. It's the same crap, except I've spent more hours than you. It's literally like nothing different. It's just ranked, bro. Like, I hate it, but I love it.
Looking at it.
Yeah, it's just ranked. It's the same as ever, dude. Watch some top 500 streamers, and you'll notice almost right away it's just ranked. Except every once in a while we do cool things because we've grinded so much that we know cool things to do. But I guess they're treating it more as like an event.
There's a little bit of toxic behavior coming from...
Yeah, we're kind of
Bobby
wasting
brings
some
up a good
block
point there.
time.
If they rolled them every map, they're not going to get map pick at all.
Yeah,
That is very
it's
true.
scrim. If you're treating it like a scrim, then yeah, you just switch back and forth on who picks. No one really cares about winning or losing. But if you're treating it sort of like a actual format, then maybe that could be a decision where the loser gets pick, get like a basketball type of thing, right? But yeah, hopefully they resolve this because they're wasting valuable scrim time. I mean, if I'm them, I just get into the game. If they pick the map that they want, that's great. We'll learn it, we'll adapt, we'll beat them, and now we're finally in the game. This is gonna be pretty interesting here.
I'm excited to see what Hyperion comes out for their picks here.
Yeah, I want them to switch it up. I want them to pull something out. Pull something out in their back pocket.
They
I
have a
wouldn't
bad
mind.
emo.
I wouldn't mind seeing something a little bit standard, but I don't think the communication between their Ryan and the rest of their team was there. I feel like the immortality feels always a little late. I feel like maybe he thought he could get something when he couldn't. And if your main tank's really like not getting the help or not making the proper plays, it's gonna be hard to win. So they're running with the Renzari again, which is not
right now the most I've played Overwatch. The only thing that I see is the main tank. He makes a lot of the plays. Like, you getting that space in there, putting pressure on the enemy team, like providing the room for your team to kind of pop off and get those picks is very crucial. And
sure.
that might have been one of the big problems on Sim. They just already had everything they wanted. Like, they had the space, they had the point, they were set up. And trying to get in on a Symmetra, you put your shield up, and I mean, she just gets stronger. It doesn't go anywhere from that, so it looks like we're not going to have another Sim on this map, so...
Which is honestly kind of disappointing. But that's okay.
Well,
they're gonna most likely mirror Ryan's Zarya. I think it makes sense. Depends how they play it here. Depends how Hyperion plays it. There's actually a couple ways you can defend this map. You don't have to go to the choke, right? And they are running Ashe. We don't see their DPS, the junk. Okay, the junk comes through. The Ashe Mercy has a lot of high ground potential. They don't have to go to the choke. If they can spread out on this high ground, right, and just have so much damage angles, and Insidious isn't running a monkey or a diva or like a ball or something to actually go and contest it, to force them to go to the choke, they don't have to ever actually go to the choke. So
It looks like they're gonna have Ty on ball though, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of plays he can
I'm not sure if
pull out.
ball Rhine is what they're actually going to go for. I think they're probably talking about it. Maybe though. So like characters like McCree and Junk, it's just hard to get value on first point in this map, unless you know unless the other team gives you the space from first point. It's gonna be hard. Like Junk can't really contest the high ground unless he's shifting into them. You're just kind of be spamming a little bit at a distance. But if Ashe can land the crucial shots on the squishies, it's gonna be really difficult, especially for like McCree and stuff fighting at like a downwards angle. We'll see what they do there. I want to see them push the cart to the choke as much as possible and then rotate top left. Okay, but the game's breaking out. Let's see what's going on here. Standard spam. Ball looking for some sort of play. They do know they're on the ball now. That's a huge dynamite. That's a giant dynamite. And ball falls, so they're down one. They need to not get pushed on here.
Junkrat has the high ground. The other Junkrat went up to contest.
What a duel. What a crazy duel. Not sure if he should be contesting the high ground alone. You know, maybe you want your Ashe there with the Mercy, but nonetheless, giant play.
Ball going in. Just slam on the Zarya. Ryan has a huge.
Oh, the
pen
bubble
on the other
cancels
Ryan.
before the bubble, or the Ryan. The bubble cancels before the charge hits. That's huge. Yeah, they're just gonna wipe him here.
Yeah, but nobody's
It's kind of
really
upsetting.
contesting Point. They're kind of just spread out.
Dude, that's not what I want to see, man. That's not what I want to see. I'm so sad. The Junkrat sitting at the high ground there is all by himself. Sure, he could pop off. He could win that 1v1, right? You might win it 9 times out of 10. But if you lose that, you basically lose the fight for your team, right? You lose so much of your core damage. Instead of just sitting in the back, lobbing nades into that choke. We talked about earlier how crucial that choke is and how easy it is to defend, or rather how hard it is to push. But Creed, with a weird flank on the high ground, flashes the Mercy, doesn't find the kill though. Okay, I respect the play. Interesting. All right, let's see if they're
Nope. Comes Junkrat tire.
Giant tire, slam
See if he
tire.
gets anything.
The lamp's down though. Oh, fire strike connects. Wouldn't have mattered. The lamp was there. Not the biggest deal. Lamp for tire, pretty standard trade. Window comes through. Ball missing the slam on the high ground. Mine's right on the low ground. Mine's too
Pick on the line. Tire.
Yeah, it's just. I just feel like the damage is here. They should be able to mow them down with Junkrat spam from the high ground. Putting a lot of pressure on the Rhine, but maybe they were a little miscoordinated, and the Rhine drops kind of early, gets punished by the mines.
Right now, the
And
damage
this
is almost
Junkrat.
doubled from Insidious.
Yeah, the numbers kind of speak for themselves, huh?
Yeah. I just
The
feel like they're
numbers.
getting more value out of it.
They're just hitting their shots, and that's just that simple. Junkrat finding 2 picks early that fight, and this is just a cleanup for Insidious. This is just
It's
a
a
walk
big
in the park.
push.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointing, to be honest. Hopefully they can find some footing here. They do switch, or rather, were they on the diva? I think they were on the diva actually. They switched
Yes,
up the
they
Zarya
have
earlier.
been on the diva.
Huge shatter. That's a huge shatter.
They don't
No
really have anything to
follow-up,
follow
though.
up on it. Yeah.
No, they weren't.
Nobody was in positions or
Not
ready
quite
for it, I
enough
don't think.
coordination. And then the shatter from Insidious instantly followed up and destroys the Rhine. Almost
The
immediately
Bob
takes him
takes
out.
out the.
Ashe is finding some
Bob.
crucial kills. That is true. Picking the main healer and one of the DPS players gives him a very good chance to hold on. Even if these kills do come through, they are going to have quick response, so it should be a 6v4.
The ball just rolls in and takes everybody out.
As red team's making their way back. Oh, but they're just winning it anyway. He's overstepping. He doesn't need to be here right now. You see where the cart is? All he has to do is contest the cart, but the cart was so far away, and his team wasn't respawned yet, and he just gets punished for it beautifully by Insidious.
Big people coming out, but they have to beat counter.
Yeah, now it's just a simple stagger fight. Lucy on point getting taken out. Ryan going in for a charge. He does connect with the Ryan. but it should be it. The lamp comes down. There might be some sort of counterplay here. Ryan almost has Shatter. No, that's not gonna do it. Ball's still stalling though. Just ticking down some time on the clock, but I feel like it's inevitable. Once Insidious lands some shots here.
Not really. Ball gets a big pick on the bat.
He does, but
it
it's just
doesn't
too little
matter.
too late. Yeah, 4-minute time bank. That's pretty massive.
They are going to have a big push that they have to get out on Insidious, otherwise this isn't looking too good.
Yeah, I really hope they can pull it together. I want to see a competitive game, man. And so far, I feel like they're just not on the same level, and it's disappointing to say. Especially when you see plays like that where the stagger kill goes down onto the Rhine. Like, he had time. The cart wasn't close to the end yet, right? You have time to group up with your team. They died late. Your Ashe got a couple kills. You could potentially get a nice 6v6, but he walks up too early, and Insidious sees that, instantly punishes their main tank player, charging straight in, takes him out, and now their team has to fight 5v6. And they just kind of staggered their way in there. It was kind of a walk in the
Looks
park
like
for
they might be
Insidious.
wanting to go like kind of a dive comp.
I like this. I like this just because you're mixing it up. Like, what you're doing isn't really working. Just mix it up. Play some heroes that maybe you're a little bit more comfortable on. You don't always have to play meta. And Ryan Zarya might be good, or Ryan Diva might be really good with BAP, but if it's not working out for you guys, if it's not working out for you guys, just play heroes you're good at. And I think double bubble is not bad at all, especially on first point here. Monkey can definitely control this high ground very nicely. And it looks like Insidious is gonna go for some sort of a weird setup. This is what I was talking about earlier, where you don't have to let them get the choke, right? All these high grounds that you can utilize from the defensive side is so powerful. All these different angles that you can be shot at, from the hit scan, right, from Ball, from Junk, from Kree, from Baptiste, just raining down. It's really strong. It's really, really strong. Especially if the other team doesn't have a diva or something. Monkey's the only one so far that can even do anything about it. Soldier's never going to be able to really put pressure unless he hits some crazy rockets. But yeah, I guess they're waiting on a player, or maybe deciding what team comp they want to go for.
Everybody's pretty much ready. The Soldier's just having fun over here in the corner.
I respect the movement.
He's enjoying his cactuses and the plant here.
I haven't talked
No
this
care
much
in
in
the
so
world.
long, dude. I'm so parched.
Did you get a water?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm drinking
Oh, you
water.
need-
Staying hydrated. Trying not to die out here.
I'm curious. I just really hope they can pull something through and get a heavy push, and then we can go to a second defense by Insidious and see if they can pull it through.
Yeah, I really want to see them take a map, or at least make it competitive. I really want to see them shine through, and push through this. So it looks like we're almost all set.
Now, do you know anything about these numbers on the side? Because I believe the first set is damage. So if you look at the monkey in the left-hand side, 3,000, I believe that is damage, and then the 6,000 is damage received.
I believe so. I don't know if that counts bubbles and shields though.
I don't know, and I also think that the one that is right there, I think that's is that.
Oh no, it can't be a limbs and death.
No, I think that's the first pick of the team fight. So you getting the first pick that in that team fight, and I think the 6 is you getting first picked in the team fight.
Oh no.
So
that's I didn't know that.
I believe
that's really
that
cool
is how
stats.
it is. And
yeah, and you can honestly just see the main tank difference numbers. If your main tank is never getting picked first, something's wrong.
Yeah,
that's good. They're getting coached. I think this is really good. I think they should take the time they need.
Yes.
I think if you look at like the KDAs of main tank players in Overwatch League and stuff, bro, they just die, man. Like they just die all the time because like they're just hard focused. Okay, ball going on the soldier here a little bit early. He finds the solo kill. Okay, that's not what you like to see.
High ground, gets booped down by the Rhine.
I wonder if they're gonna go in and capitalize on this. Ball goes in for an early slam, and they find the Happy kill. They find another kill, and they're just getting wiped, absolutely steamrolled. But this is what I was talking about earlier. You don't have to let them get to the choke. You don't.
Yeah, you
like
can hold close. I mean,
yeah, you can hold up here, and just the advantage is that you can just spam down on them. And there's nothing they can do. They have to push the cart. They have to sit there, and you just hit them like fish in a barrel. It's just that easy. Oh, and another pick coming through early. Monkey does get wins. Zarya probably get some energy, but Monkey falls. Oh man.
They're just target focusing way too hard.
Yeah, just the pure damage coming through from Insidious is just way too hard to deal with. They need to come up with some sort of strategy. Like, just walking in is not quite working. Maybe a Zarya. Sorry, maybe a D.Va. Right.
There we go. We get the D.Va pick.
Okay, cool. Right, eat some of the spam from the Junkrat. That could potentially help. The ball is going to be pretty unstoppable. They switched to a break for it, which I don't really like because the only thing Break's going to do is hit this ball. But it's not bad if she can really do her job. She's stunning him off cooldown. But
Superman gets a huge pick on the Hanzo in the back.
Yeah, he goes for a weird flank play.
The ball's just rolling around in the back line. They're all jumping on the D.Va. D.Va gets D-Mac.
Trickling one by one. They just can't handle the damage. Damn, this is demoralizing. I want to see some sort of fair mercy comp or something.
They need to do something. I don't know if their damage is necessarily working. They're just getting outclassed.
Right, if you just switch to a D.Va, throw your concussive blast off the back of that wall, right? When they're all sitting there. I mean, now they're backing up. Now there's actually an opportunity. Charge comes through, hits the D.Va. D.Va's probably gonna get D-Mac really early. The Prabhu comes through. Monkey mines go down to the back line. Their team's completely split. Entire finds one, and D.Va's D-Mac. That's just gonna be it. Now Monkey's just gonna get farmed for ults. That was such a good opening with Primal there, and the mines kind of just solidifies that it's not going to be a real fight. D.Va getting pinned, the fight could have still been winnable, but the mines just completely zoning their team, and their tanks didn't fall back quick enough. D.Va gets completely demacked, and Monkey's just swinging his arms around. Okay, they switched to the Rhine. See, I feel like the Monkey should be better here, though.
I don't know if I like the Brig choice. They're just holding high ground. She's not really getting any value out of it.
Yeah, but that's the value you want right there. Oh, they don't find the kill. The value you want right there is when the ball comes in, you get the stun on him, you hit him, you get heals for your team, the Kree flashbangs after your stun wears off, and you get the big damage on him. Oh, but a good trade coming through. They do find the Kree. But yeah, it's not enough. There's only 2 people alive. D.Va on the side hitting the ball. Even if this ball dies, it's not the end of the world. We're just gonna clean up here.
Yeah.
They're staggering super hard. They didn't need to use this dragon.
It gets
Dragon
a pick.
finds one. Yeah, that's probably the biggest pick that you could possibly want. That's the main healer. Okay, there's a real potential here. I mean, they're gonna lose their bat.
Yeah.
They're gonna lose their bat, but maybe they can take some card space. The spawns for Insidious are really bad.
Trying to spam.
They have to hit this tire. He has to hit this.
He's weaving around. It's the Brig.
I didn't even see the break there on my screen, but that's a giant pick, and he climbs up into a trap, and now it's just 4v6, and the mines go out. They're forced to touch cards overtime. The deep bomb could come through. It's huge. It gets the Lucio.
I feel like that was very unfortunate for the Lucio. I think his beat got stuck on top of the mech.
I'm pretty sure if you go back and look at it, I think he was trolling and standing on the D.Va bomb.
Maybe.
And just looking at it. No toxicity though, so we won't actually go back and look at it. But I'm pretty sure he was literally just standing there looking at the D.Va bomb.
That is very, very, very demoralizing.
That's toxic. You don't want to see that. That's BM. Man, and that was their map pick too, which is probably the most disappointing part of it all. They go to their map pick. Still doesn't work out.
Does that mean they get another map?
It looks like they're just getting another map out of it.
I'm not sure exactly how their rules went. Usually in scrims, I think you just pick back and forth, right? Like each team picks.
Supposed to go, yeah.
Each team picks one type of every map, and you just go back and forth. But okay.
And it looks like they had one person that was having PC issues that game, and even then couldn't find the picks they needed.
Yeah, that high ground is just way too hard to deal with. Honestly, it's really difficult. Right,
Javi coming
there's
in for his first game of the day.
yeah, this will be interesting. Maybe this can tip the scales.
Maybe.
No, no flame.
It's
No
a
flame.
possibility. I mean, anything is
Yeah,
possible. He
it
could
could,
come in
yeah.
and be having a bad day. Like you never know. Everybody has those days they don't meet up, especially to their own expectations. So it'll be interesting to find out.
Not sure what exactly the holdup is. I believe Hyperion's getting constant coaching in between every single map instead of just grinding out all the scrims with a small amount of coaching in between, like 30 seconds or so, and then doing a big broad review on their own time. Instead, they're kind of wasting everyone's time. It's, that's not the nicest thing to do. That's not good scrim etiquette.
That
I'm
may be
curious.
part of the problem. They don't seem very decisive in what they're doing, and it may be that they're being like micromanaged. They're thinking too much about everything, not
That's
just playing
true.
the game.
Yeah, that
Yes,
could
that's
definitely be a problem. Not
overthinking
not
can
yeah,
definitely be a mistake.
overthinking, especially, you're in the middle of the game. It's stressful. Your team's losing. Um, you're not really sure exactly why you're trying to do your best, and at the same time, you have a coach telling you all these different things, all these different strategies. Now you're not focused on yourself, right? You're not focused on your mechanics and your individual skill, your individual play. You're not really focused on that. You're trying too hard to focus on a team comp and making like a team play. Sometimes actually individual skill is more needed than teamwork in most cases. It sounds stupid to say, but even at the top level, the highest level of play, if you just have the best mechanical players, a lot of times they're going to put up a really good fight, if not win. So if they're super distracted about trying to learn the game and figuring out some sort of team comp, and they're also a little bit demoralized, I can see the mechanics and the decision making really lacking. Right. Uh, so hopefully, I just want them to get back in the game. Just get to take a breath and just get back in it, like play your game.
Yeah,
I
when you
really
start to
wish we could
overthink
listen.
things and
I really wish we could listen in. I wish that was a feature on our
get some
stream.
comms going in,
Yeah, I want to
see what they're
listen into
talking
the
about.
coach's side.
Yeah,
See what they're thinking on how to approach this, because I'm not really sure exactly what I would do. Right, like I,
it's a very hard thing to figure out, like what to do when you're just losing every fight. Like if you're not getting like big picks, you don't have people that are just like showing off, like getting the value that's needed, then it's hard to try to figure out what to change.
for sure, for sure. If you're getting rolled in every avenue, it's hard to pick one thing to start to focus on and fix.
Yeah.
So
One of the things I've been noticing too is the movement from Hyperion from some of their players is very slow, and they're allowing themselves to get picked um, fairly easily when maybe they shouldn't. Like they're kind of standing still a lot of times. And who is it? Poopy, whoever his name is on Insidious.
Cooper.
The McCree. He's finding some easy shots.
yeah, not for sure. For sure, they need decisions to be made. Right, if you're gonna, especially like you go back to the sim map, it was super prevalent there. You have to go fast into a sim, or you have to be really far away from her. If you're in that mid range and you're going kind of slow and everyone's kind of filling around, not everyone's holding W, you're just gonna get mauled down. Wait, is there a swap out here for Hyperion? Did I just see that correctly?
I believe so. I think they swapped out Hamwell for decoys now.
Yeah. What do you know the position of the player? I haven't checked
I
his profile.
do not.
Okay, he's got a private account. Okay, that's reportable.
Ugh. It looked like Hamwell was probably playing tank. That is their highest role currently. So
Okay,
we will
is that main
assume that.
tank probably?
Um,
Okay.
yeah, they have a lot of hours on Zarya, so it might be their off tank.
All right, Numbani. Dude, they're picking such hard maps, man. Are they going with Numbani? I assume because they're hosts, right? They just swap without saying anything. Dude,
Yeah.
these maps are not easy. These maps, like, if Insidious has a decent hold over the positional decisions they need to make, I just think it's gonna be another wash. Nimbani's a difficult map to push. First point, it's notorious for being full hold by both teams. Second point, not the hardest to push, but they have some high ground spots. And then last point, if they just play brawl and they out brawl you, you're never taking last point. If you go up against a brawl team that is just better on brawl, last point is just it's gonna be hard. So I don't know about this map. I feel like they gotta pick something a little bit more standard where they have a bunch of options. You know, like I think Ikewa was actually a really good point. I feel like that map's not super hard to play, right? You can take first however you want. There's thousands of ways to do it. And then second point, there's only one way to do it. You fight for the high ground. And then third point, it's just a nice hallway. There's not too much complication there, and they can just focus on themselves and their mechanics. I feel like this Nimbani's notorious for switching mid game, right? You might have dive on first. You could do dive on second. You might switch to brawl. Third, you switch brawl. Like, I I don't know.
Numbani's rough. And then if they're playing dive, which is one of the harder comps to play, I mean, maybe that's what their thought process is. Maybe they're just working on things they're not good at.
Yeah, I hope they prove me wrong. I hope they bring out a solid dive. I think something like maybe because you need something with high ground, right? So like, playing Tracer here is kind of difficult. It can be worked on. It can be done, but it's kind of difficult. But okay, Hyperion on defense first, right? Blue team's defense.
Oh, okay.
This
I was actually incorrect, by the way, on the statistics that are there. I just noticed there's actually a statistics are only shown to spectators, so we're the only ones that can see it. DPS,
okay.
DPS and tanks, they get the damage done for their first number, the damage taken for their second number. The third is actually their ults used. It has nothing to do with
That's
getting
weird.
picked. And then the last one's just your deaths. So.
Oh, that's weird.
And then on supports, it's damage done and then healing done. So they don't actually have a damage taken.
I guess that would be a pretty toxic stat if you have a support feeding on cooldown.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Hyperion on defense first. I kind of wish I'm honestly I want to see them go on offense just because I'm excited. I feel like they must have some sort of strategy. There's a reason they picked this map. This map's pretty difficult, all around. So, right, they're going with the double dive tank. They have the Ash with the pocket, Hanzo. So they get the double sniper with the double dive tank. Not the worst on Numbani. I'd say it's actually pretty decent on Numbani first point. But they need to realize if they lose first point, you can't play this anymore. I don't think this comp has value anymore. But on first point, you can make it work. Let's see how they do into Insidious's own dive. Insidious's own dive with a Zen and a Mercy. So they have low healing. They're very confident in their dive. Relying on low healing with quick kills coming through with the Discord Orb. They're not going to be able to do too much trading, and they just instantly find that.
On the Hanzo straight up.
I mean, that's unresable. They're up one.
They might be able to get the res off now, but it looks like they're just going in
there's
for it.
no way, and it's just a clean sweep. I mean, it's a great play, right? Like, they walk forward, they see the Hanzo's out of position, he's way too far forward on the balcony. Discorder comes through, both dive tanks are right at him. I don't even think a DPS was needed. He was blown up, and the fight was kind of decided. Instantly lose your Hanzo before he even hits a single shot.
Going in. They're still just going deep and getting the.
Yeah, this is ideal. I mean, they have 3 forward spawns, right? So it's time to clean up these forward spawns. So they're just gonna come in here. They leave 1 on cart, ideally.
Diving the Ash, get the pick.
Then on cart. Yeah, there's three people here. Quick forward spawns, and now they get those all charge, and they have a longer delayed. And now they have plenty of time to set up. Let's see how they use this setup. Right, you have dive tanks, so setup's pretty important. D.Va decides to go back to push the card a little bit faster. That's okay. D.Va can get wherever she wants, whenever she wants. Pharah sitting above. This is kind of risky because she doesn't have a tank with her right now. So if a DPS does pop out the high ground, she could potentially get one-shotted. The Hanzo's coming through, but now the D.Va's here with her.
Yep.
I think that was a little late, but actually it was perfect timing. They pushed the card for as much as they needed, and then they got there right in time, actually. So this is great. They have high ground position perfectly. They're playing this super well. The pull comes through. That was a pretty strong pull. Yeah, but gotta walk out of the double shield.
Trying to fight inside the bubble.
They do find the Pharah. It's just a wash, bro. And the res comes through. It's just a wash.
Going in the back on the Hanzo.
This map's... I don't know why they went this map. Even go Havana, dude. Go Havana, play double shields. Go Havana and play double shield. Don't play double shield here. And they switched their they switched their comp again. They have no ults. This round has been going on for what, 2 minutes now, and they have no ults. And Insidious has all their ults.
They're just throwing them at this point.
Yeah, they don't care because they kill them and then they're never even gonna get ults. Let's see if Hanzo can find a pick in the back. Hanzo's just gonna get staggered. Oh, Insidious is playing this so well. And more of Hyperion is playing this fairly poorly, just swapping around, losing their ults. That's why this map is so difficult, man. It is a different comp for every point of the map, and you can't switch because you need your ults, so you need to know when to switch, when to hold on to your ults, or you're gonna lose if you don't have ults. But now the cards are rolling up to the end of the map. They got 5 minutes on the clock.
Which could change things.
The window would be huge here. The pulse comes through. The immortality right in time. The window does come through. This could potentially swing the fight, but the monkey just completely destroys it. Completely shuts down the entire window. And now they kill their whole backline. Time to clean up their tanks. And that's just it. I mean, you're playing against Dive, and you're going Ryan Zarya. Like, you just had a coaching session. Like, I don't know if that's ever gonna work.
I don't think I've ever had a fun time playing against Dive on Ryan Zarya. I don't know why you would.
No, Ryan Zarya is just not gonna get the value unless you have a Lucio and a Mei and a Kree. That's why that comp's meta. It's because those characters, like the Mei, they can slow the tanks so the Ryan Zarya can get on them, and the Mei can peel for her backline. All right, Lucio can peel for the backline, but more importantly, Lucio can speed the Ryan into the Winston, because Winston will just get absolutely demolished, and so will Diva. Reinhardt is just an absolute 500 HP DPS when he has a Lucio. So if you're not going to run that and take the fight to them, then it's just GG. Right? You play in a ball. The monkey, if the monkey wants to hit anything, he's always in range of the Reinhardt. But they decide not to go for that comp. But okay, now they're on offense. I assume they have a game plan.
They're going Ryan Zarya again.
Okay, that's not.
Ryan Zarya.
Okay, think about it this way, right?
They do have Lucio this time.
Oh, Insidious is going Tracer actually.
Yes.
But Insidious' comp is like very unexpected. Like really unexpected.
I feel like they could have just stayed with what they were.
They've been so good at just 2 carry DPS, right? Where they just unload damage. And now you have a pick potential with Widow, and flake potential and poke potential kind of with Tracer. Pick potential with the Pulse. That's like uncharacteristic of what they've been playing and winning on. Maybe they're trying something new, but I don't know why they wouldn't just stick to, you know, something like the Ashe again, or the Kree, or the Junk. Just a DPS dumb, you know. But we'll see. They are running the Ryan Zarya. The problem with this comp, Ryan Zarya, is once you break through this high ground, Ryan Zarya can't do anything. Right, so you're kind of relying on your Kree and your Hanzo to just find the picks. Ryan Zarya should drop somewhat soon and contest point, because you need to draw their tanks to point and brawl them on point. The pick comes through on their main healer. And the Monkey Diva plays it perfectly. They don't care about the point. They don't care about ticks. They care about winning the fight. They fly up right to the high ground, aim down on top of them. It's just beautiful. This should be a quick cleanup. They don't have any main healing. Ryan gets anti. This fight's kind of lasting a lot longer than it should, but they're gonna clean it up. Did they realize the Hanzo's main?
The McCree needs to just jump.
Oh wait, he's
he got
popping though.
Yeah,
he is, but this is such a solo queue play.
Around. Yeah, he's going around to the back, and they're just gonna chase him down. They're just staggering him at this point. Yeah,
beautiful. Now they're literally just gonna have to wait like 20 seconds extra. Team Hyperion is
Widow's taking the high ground. Taking the 1v1 with the Hanzo, and the Hanzo finds the
unnecessary.
pick.
That was unnecessary, but that was huge capitalization. This is a giant window. I want to see Hyperion take advantage of this shit. I don't know if I can swear, but I'm swearing.
Tracer diving, the Hanzo just gets demolished.
The communication. Do you see the communication there? Okay, this fight's not over. Big shatter coming through, and they do find the main healer.
Diva got D-Mac. That's big.
Diva D-Mac, Tracer down. Ryan does fall.
Now it's a 2v4.
Just the Kree and the Lucio. I don't know if you saw that, but Insidious, but it was pretty beautiful. The Tracer knew that she had an opportunity to get in the Hanzo. The Monkey had an opportunity to get in the Hanzo. They jump on the Hanzo, and everybody else runs away and hides. The D.Va didn't have an opportunity on the Hanzo. She just flew away. Instead of staying in the fight and then complaining that her team left her, she ran away because she was confident that her team would kill that Hanzo, and then she can re-engage later when her team's ready. It was really well played.
It looks like they're gonna go lower room this time. The Ryan's pushing main.
He's pushing man alone. That's an early nade. They can definitely go aggressive, but there's no nade on the Ana. Okay. This is
Reinhardt's
good.
just kind of aimlessly swinging, giving out free ult charge. I don't.
It's okay. They're
D.Va bomb.
yeah, it's just,
Gotta pick on the Hanzo.
It's,
Ryan's down. They're just bullying the Zarya into the other room.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't have words, man. It's so sad to see.
So
They
very
do have
hard
another fight though.
in here.
They do have another fight. I believe they will take this. I want them to take this so bad. I want the Hanzo to play with his team. I don't want to see him go like they're on double dive tanks. If you position by yourself ever, you're dead. Right? That's happened like 3 times in a row. Just play with your team. If they're on a different comp, maybe you can take off angles. Like their Hanzo can take off angles because you don't have any way to kill him unless you hit him as Hanzo. The window comes through. This is a great window. The Fire Strike gets eaten by the D.Va, but this is good. This is good. This gives him so much space. Huge kill. Huge kill. 2 kills going down. This is so great. This is so great. I can't see them losing this. And to beat just a win. And again, the Hanzo just in no man's land.
See, the Winston knows the Hanzo, and I just feel like they lost a lot of pressure for it.
Hyperion should still win this. Yeah, they do. Just Tracer and Ana. Tracer and Recall. Decent anti. Wait, they're going for this. Insidious is going for this. They pop a TP, and they're bringing the Sim out. Oh my god, he doesn't give a shit.
Teleports out, he's gone.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you know about that interaction, but you can definitely take the TP when you are grabbed. Baps just run around on point. Okay, and they get it. I'm so excited. Okay, you just got the point. I don't know if you need to shatter, but I like the idea, right? You're picking up these stagger kills. This is great. Leaving one cart. Using the
pushing, going for it. D.Va's remixed.
Great stagger. Okay, wait, this is looking really good actually. The fact that they went for these stagger kills and pushed up. Let's see if they set up the same way Insidious did. Right? We got one on cart. Let's see what their team does.
Hanzo going high ground.
I don't know if you want your BAP on cart, right? I think you want your Lucio there. You need the main heals and the immortality. But yeah, the Mei coming through for Insidious. This could be interesting. Mei on the low ground by herself. Okay, there definitely was some miscommunication here. Okay, so the rest of the team drops low ground. High ground. High ground. Just chilling. Finds to sleep on the Rhine. And they just dive to Hanzo. I just feel like it's deja vu every single fight. It's just dive to Hanzo. That's the name of the game. It's still winnable though for Hyperion. Probably not. The Primal coming through. Yeah, just get a quick reset. Don't use any else.
They just need to back up.
I don't know why they're so arrogant about this Hanzo pick. They're so stuck in their ways about this Hanzo pick. Someone on their team's got to tell them, hey man, you've died 10 times in a row to dive. Maybe don't play Hanzo. Oh, this is huge pick though.
The Mei's cornered.
Yeah, the Mei's walking into the corner. Forces the ult early. Does find both tanks. The bubble goes through in the Rhine, but he's asleep, so he's probably still gonna get frozen. The Mei ult wears off. D.Va bomb finds no one.
That could have been a huge D.Va bomb if it didn't clip the wall right there.
Wall, I don't know if it's gonna find much value. More of just zone them, but
the Mei was out of position. They got the pick on her, so
giant shatter. But the anti comes through and he just falls. There's no follow up with the shatter.
Oh, man.
He just shatters 3. I mean, yeah, he's down. What? They're down 1. Were they down 1? Yeah, they were down 1. It was a 4v5.
Yeah.
But a 3-man shatter. Come on. The Ana pops off though, nades her whole team and antis the Rhine, keeping everyone alive and making sure the Rhine gets taken down.
They're holding high ground now.
Yeah, their Kree now. Come back. Big BAP wall coming through. And the Hanzo just gets dove again. This guy can't be having fun. Yeah,
they're just falling
just
apart.
A nano on the Winston and huge antis coming through every fight. the beat falls for Hyperion, but Lucio's getting taken off the map. Oh my god. Wait, Ocean plays Diva?
I
thought,
I
I
guess.
thought Ocean was the main tank.
I think normally he
He
is.
plays Ryan. Okay. That's interesting.
Man, I just lost for words on that one. I don't.
Yeah, it's honestly heartbreaking. It's
It looks like
especially
Hobby's gonna get switched back out for Ermin.
especially when they had a Phil, right? They didn't even have their main roster in there. But they did pick Numbani. I wonder what their idea was. Because I feel like they didn't do anything special. They didn't have some sort of interesting comp, right? They didn't do anything crazy positionally. Their Hanzo got picked 10 times every single fight. I don't know.
It was a very rough game for them. They did come back on that first point, and it was starting to look good, and then I feel like the communication just fell off, and Insidious just picked it back up and
Okay,
showed
I
him
mean
who.
this. Okay, I mean this with no flame, but I'm toxic. Their Hanzo's a mercy one trick.
Okay.
Well, that would make a difference.
I mean he has some time on Hanzo, but I don't even know if Hanzo's the best. Like he's like he's not like hard meta.
No,
You can't just like force him into everything, and you definitely can't off angle on that map. I mean, Insidious just honestly they just identified the weakness and they just realized he was out of position and they told their team, "Hey, everyone play safe. We're gonna go kill this Hanzo over here." And everyone disengages on Insidious, and then their tanks, maybe with the Tracer, full dive onto the Hanzo every fight, and then their whole team lives. They get their cooldowns back, and now it's a 5v6.
Yeah, and I
So,
I
I
want
mean,
to say it like in a constructive way, but if you're gonna play like a hero like that, you have to make hero plays because otherwise
Yep.
you're just feeding
yeah,
your
yeah.
own team. Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna play that position, I feel like
Mhm.
you can definitely play Hanzo and not do crazy stuff. I mean, there's nothing wrong with spam body shotting tanks off cooldown and putting your whole E into tanks. I mean, you get a lot of value with that, but you can't play off angles against that comp. You can't play off angles against dive. Like
they're
unless you're
just
a
gonna jump
hero that
onto it.
can,
You're just
yeah,
dead.
unless you're a hero that can run away from it. Unless you're like a tracer. That's pretty much the only hero who can run away from it. Everyone else is gonna get dove and killed. So I hope that's the conversation they're having right now. I hope they fix that. I hope we see a more uniformed 6-person moving unit with the Hanzo in the back, the healers in the back, and putting a lot of resources into their main tank. Because their main tank's got potential. I mean, he got a couple of good shatters there. I don't think maybe they weren't the best time shatters where their team had a chance to follow up. But I mean, he was finding some shatters. Nonetheless, he got a 3-man shatter at the end of the game there.
Yeah, there's just
And
no follow up, and that
yeah,
alone can make you irritated whenever you get a big play like that and just
right,
nothing comes of it.
There's no
right.
follow up, and there's not a lot of pressure on their backline either. So the Ana almost always has nade for when she needs it.
That's
Yep.
true. There was big anti-nade after big anti-nade, to be completely honest. They were huge over and over. But another another little coaching session, which is okay, I guess. I mean, hey, everyone's here to just grind the game, man. And at the end of the day, we're all here to get better and improve. And if they feel that they're going to improve better by listening to a coach, then I understand. But at the same time, you're using other people's time, you know. Because Insidious just wants to grind, man. They just want to get in the game. They have a scrim block. They want to play as many games as they can play in that scrim block. So I feel like that's a little disrespectful.
Mhm.
Yeah, Yeah, let's check it out. Let's not be toxic though.
From what I've seen, it's a lot of silver and gold. Sergeant Griff is
Yeah,
midish plat, lowish plat.
that's
His tank's kind of up there. He's trying to get up there, but he's
that's a
borderline gold plat on damage and support. So
yeah. Yeah, tank almost getting the diamond for sure. It's honestly kind of disappointing. I feel like these players are definitely like veteran players. If you look at their level, they're not new players. They have the hours in the game, right? They've spent the time to learn the game, but for some reason they just haven't had success. So hopefully they can find some success in this game here. Maybe this coaching session would allow them to get a little bit more information. I don't think Insidious is doing anything too crazy. I think it's fairly straightforward, and hopefully they can match it.
they only have really two ways they can do this. I mean, they have to come through. There's one doorway they come through. Unless they do a sim TP around the backside. I mean, some flankers can get around to the backside and
Mhm.
get some picks, but I mean, for the most part, it's just right there in front of you. So hopefully they can take the head-on approach and get picks out of it, and not give enough space for Insidious to pop off.
Okay. Yeah, I the problem with this map, I think, is holding choke is really hard. Like, you don't
Well, it
normally
looks like
hold the
they're trying
first
to go
choke.
brawl.
They are
looks like
running. They don't have a Lucio. I don't know if I like the Brig. Just kind of blind pricking a Brig.
Yeah.
Lucio's just kind of stronger. Speed around your Rhine.
Here comes Insidious with a Symmetra play again.
And I feel like the Zarya is just more important than the Diva. You just want the extra damage. It's like, yeah, Diva can make plays and save her teammates and eat a lot of damage, but just the overall duration of a fight, having a bubble for your Reinhardt, right, allowing him to swing and get unfrozen. They're not running the Mei here, but just a idea. The debuffs, right? If they ran the
It
Ana.
looks like they're gonna go for a Sim TP straight to the high ground.
Yep, and they're holding close, and the TP comes through, and they're all on point.
They're all
Mercy does
through
get
the Mercy.
staggered, but Ryan does die. This should be a winnable fight. Ryan goes down for Insidious, but they trade the Ryan right back. Should still be
This looks
a
like a
win
1-5
here.
for Hyperion. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. They do lose their Ryan, so he's gonna be
They
a
have the-
little late. Oh, and
Reaper
Diva gets demeched. Oh, this is a tough position.
And then their Reaper.
Reaper gets sniped across the entire map by a fire strike.
He was right in the front. He was right.
Oh
in the
wait, no,
doorway.
he was fighting them. He was fighting them. Oh,
Yeah, he pushed way too hard. He
oh
was
my
out of
bad.
position. Just
that
got
was-
picked for it.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, the TP honestly gives them instantly great position. They have to kill the Immortality Probe before they can kill the Brig. They do find the Immortality Field. Bap trying to get away with his life, but he probably can't. Ron going in by himself, pretty much a little bit of a defense, but just a big shatter on the Lucio. The bubble comes through on him, and yeah, it's just too little, too late. They're just a lot of they're just dying for no reason.
Yeah, they just need to back up, give the point, and get set up on the next one.
I think one of the more important things to learn.
Trying
Yeah, it's
to cut down
he's
sometime,
just
but
he's just he's just dying, man.
yeah, there's not really much he can do there. Their Reaper's
Yeah,
kind of getting set up. He's trying to get a position going.
Especially when you're a coordinated team, if you find some sort of pick or some sort of you know some sort of advantage, you don't have to do anything crazy. Or like after you find a pick, you don't have to do anything, right? You're up one. If you can do something, it's great, but you don't have to. Reaper in the backline uses Wraith really early.
Got the Sim wall out.
The grab comes in onto the Diva, and the Rhyme walks into it.
Diva demeched.
Ocean's just smacking everyone. And the
There
sim
we go.
wall.
Yeah,
Sim wall makes it impossible for the Reaper to do anything.
Man, and they held on to every ult. Here comes the Bob. Contest point. Ryan just pushes him right off.
Smacks him right into the wall. Run past the window, shatter on the ball to stop the stall. Monkey coming in overhead. Reaper ult's probably, clean them all up.
Yeah, that's just their
There it is, and Ash
too much
can't
presence
touch.
on point.
Man.
Insidious has ended every round so far with more than 4 minutes.
Wait, even Dorado? I don't remember. Wait, they got 4 minutes on Dorado?
Yeah, they had more than
Wait,
4 minutes on Dorado.
Wait, they got more than 4 minutes on Dorado? Oh yeah, I think I said they
so.
had. Wait, that's crazy.
I think they were at like 4 minutes and like 40 some seconds.
Holy. Okay. Well. Okay, look at it this way. Obviously, at this point, everyone can agree in the lobby. No flame, no hate. Insidious has got their number, right? They've got
Yeah.
their number. I think they Hyperion just needs to take a step back and just focus on these little wins, right? If they can win a team fight, that is a big accomplishment for their team. It sounds stupid, but I feel like if they could pull together and cleanly win a team fight, no staggering and stuff like that, it would show a lot of improvement over the scrim. Right? They take a fight or two, show this team that you can win, right? Taking one fight proves that you can win the whole game, right? So, you know, if they can find that one fight, I feel like that could give them a confident boost to potentially get a decent defense here.
You have the Genji pushing up real up there.
Oh wait, they're on offense. My bad.
Charge. Yep.
Alright, let's see what happens. City's deciding to hold very close. This isn't technically optimal. Coming in here. Sorry, bubbles go down, and that's it.
Brian's down.
Yeah, both tanks are down. That's a quick loss. Tracer should just stay hidden. There's no point in going for this pick here. They have the res. So this pick is just going to be completely nullified. Res is probably going to come through. Yeah, and Tracer gave away her position. She should have just hid and scouted for her team, and now she gets taken out late stagger.
Yep.
So that's just a little bit of individual skill play. No flame with the player, but that's something a coach can very easily fix. You know, drill it into their mind of things that you can and can't do. Hit tab, look at their team comp. If you're gonna go for a solo kill, it has to be on the Mercy. But they're kind of overstepping. Their Tracer's not set up quite yet. Yeah, and they're just kind of fighting a 5v6. Tracer going for this long flank. I don't know if she's communicated that with her team. And they're just falling apart, man. I really want to see them take first point. I really want to see them take first point.
Man.
And Tracer gets clapped.
Whoa.
If the coach is listening for Hyperion, if you're gonna run the Tracer like that, you have to find value in scouting and drawing to point. You don't need to shoot anything as Tracer. You don't need to kill anything. You want to try to stay undetected, and you want to try to hit the point when your team is pushing in, right? You go on the point, you hit their backline, their healers get scared, they start healing each other, there's no healing for your front line. That's how you find the value on Tracer. You don't have to get kills on Tracer. Huge window fire strike. Oh my god, and he finds the Reaper as well. The Shatter comes through. Is it going to be enough? The Immortality comes down to save the Rhine. Rez comes through back on the Ana. This fight is completely split.
Man.
Oh, and Insidious still pulls out on top. I was rooting for them so hard.
Yeah, Tracer did get a tick and then went for the reset.
There's no need to do that. You're Tracer. You're Tracer. There's no need to do that. You will not die. No one on their team can kill you. You could go spawn kill this Reaper. You should be able to or have a decent chance of winning this 1v1. You could just go get a pack and hide in the backline. There's no you have pulse bomb up. You could be a huge destruction in the backline. I know people teach you to reset, but you're playing Tracer. All right. Little upset there. The anti-heal goes down the ramp, but he does have the immortality field. Hopefully he realizes he's anti. Zarya's slip, but she should be fine. The charge comes through. No counter charge from the Rhyme. And he's just gone. And he's just gone. And it's just again, and I hope this Tracer, she's behind again. Just grab the mech. Okay.
I think she's just BMing at this point.
She's doing some trolling stuff. Okay.
Yeah, Pooperman, he didn't even care. He was just like, okay, I'll watch you for a second, then you're just gonna die. Like,
yeah, man, focus on a little bit more of individual plays here, because I don't think it's a team coordination problem, because they are grouping up, right? The Tracer is resetting, which is like initially a good thing that you learn. Reaper all comes through. The immortality field does save him. The beat comes back. A huge kill on the Reaper. The window, the nano blade is gonna come in. The huge flashbang. Can they blow him up? 45 too many kills. The pulse bomb misses. Oh, dude, they start the fight so well. They start the fight so well. The immortality field comes down. They kill the Reaper. They're taking space. They drop the window. They're denying the res with the window, and then the nano blade comes in, and they just don't have the follow up for it. Oh, I would have loved to see a Grav come down on him. I'm not sure if she had it then. But a Grav, you know, use all your ults. Take first point. You get 3 minutes for capping this point. You just need to get it. Blow everything, you know? They have another attempt here. They have 6 seconds to get the point. The grab cuts off both their healers and their Reinhardt, but the touch does come through. They have a potential to win.
Nobody.
Like, the grab kind of separating their team. The Reinhardt's going to be a little bit more forward. They're kind of split here. They could maybe find a kill or two. No, definitely not. That's.
Sends gonna go for the touch. Just dies immediately.
You know what? They almost got 2 ticks.
They did.
And for me, that's a win.
I just feel like the coordination after getting a big pick like that, they didn't have the cleanup.
Honestly, sorry, I'm eating because I'm fat. The decision making from Insidious there to drop the Reaper ult, right? Realize the Reaper's gonna die. They didn't give him bubble or anything, but he probably would have died anyway.
They have nano after.
And then realizing, hey, we're down 1, right? But we can still win this fight. They use the immortality field. They probably use Zarya bubbles. You know, they use cooldowns to kill the Reaper ult. Let's just throw in the nano blade. Like, the mindset to do that is really good. A lot of people, you know, they lose a teammate or two. Oh, we lost the first teammate in the fight. It's over. It was very good to realize, okay, this is still a very winnable fight. We can commit ults to this and win even though we're down 1. Because they did use resources to stop the Reaper ult.
Has Short Stack been on DPS this whole game?
Dude, I don't read names. Actually, I can't read.
She was the Reaper that last game. I thought she was on heals, but I think they're switching stuff around, just throwing people in.
Did they say Havana, please?
Yeah, I think they're gonna run Havana once.
This is probably going to be their last map then, because I think that's the one Javi wanted to do before they finished up.
I wonder what Insidious has in store to want to play Havana this bad. That they've been begging for it all game.
You know, honestly, just for Hyperion's sake, I pray to the Overwatch Lord himself that Hyperion just wipes the floor with them. That would be so amazing. Just the first map that Insidious gets to pick and they just get wiped on it. It would be.
It feels good to root for the underdog. I want it to happen. I'm not sure if they have a Widow player. I'm not sure what kind of ideas they're gonna throw out here. On Havana, considering they have been trying to avoid this map, so maybe they've had struggles with it in the past. But you know, things like a double shield with sniper, very popular. You could run a brawl. I don't think they've been super successful on the brawl. I hope they try to stray away from that. But I mean, you know, even if they're getting rolled on a certain comp, if they're confident in it and they want to learn it and get better, I have no problem with that. So I think the brawl could come out. But I really want to see the double shield. I don't think we've seen a Sig Orisa from them. And I feel like maybe that's something that their front line could really like show their strengths on. Or like, make it hard for them to come in. The double shields, a lot of spam damage. Keep them at bay and just kite them with this long, open-sided map. But we'll see what they're doing. It looks like they're having another coaching session, which is fine.
It's gonna be interesting to see what they try to pull out, what they try to change, and I.
If we do this again, I want to be able to listen to people's coaching sessions. I feel like that should be mandatory. We have like 30 seconds where we just like mute casters, and we just listen in to what the coaches are saying to the team. I don't know if that's like appropriate. I don't know if people would actually consent to that. But everyone's just here to have fun and get better. I feel like that'd be very interesting. I'd love to hear some coaches' points of views.
Yeah, there's nothing on the line here. Maybe like your pride, but other than that, you're not losing anything.
Nah, there's no pride here. I mean, everyone's just here to get better. I mean, maybe you could feel a little embarrassed, but everyone's here to get better.
There's a lot of people that they take this really seriously. So
that's fair.
Seeing people take ego shots from losing a lot of games or something like that, like it's understandable. I can get that.
I'm currently masters on DPS, so don't look at my account.
Oh, I've been watching you.
Okay, really?
Oh yeah. Every like anytime I get on Overwatch, I'm like, all right, gotta see what Mr. Muffin's at now.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you did that. That kind of makes me a little uncomfortable.
Oh no, I stalk you.
Okay. All right, I'll have to get my rank up this weekend a little bit.
There you go. I'll message you just randomly. Like see you climb to 35 or whatever you're at. I don't know.
Yeah, I would like 4,500. That'd be pretty sick. I need to get my DPS back up, but it's just so boring. I'm having a lot of fun playing Zarya and Diva in every game, to be honest.
What I expect from you is number 1.
Yeah, well,
Number
I don't
one.
think that's ever gonna happen.
Numero uno.
I am in college, remember?
That is true. That is true. You have
All
that
right.
on your-
Anyway,
Enough
wait.
about me.
This is the map they've been waiting for all day,
Yeah.
and we have Ocean on Pharah, and they're kind of switching up the roles. I don't know if
Yeah,
they're just
short stack has played DPS. The last one was healer previously. Now she's
Yeah.
on
okay. This is kind of interesting.
Superman on heals.
I hope they don't view this as toxic, and they view it as let's stomp them for doing this to us. You know, I hope they
Yeah.
do that. I hope they pull it together. They're not on their main roles, and they I hope they punish them for it. I really do.
We'll have
This is
to
an
see
interesting
how that
setup.
goes.
Dude, again with this greedy positioning right off the bat from this Hanzo play. I hope he shoots one arrow, and that's it. If he shoots more than one arrow from this spot, I'm gonna be nervous. What rank is everyone in the game? It ranges from about
I think
gold
right
to
now it's.
maybe like 2.9.
I think the highest I saw was like 2. Well, the lowest I mean was around 2.7.
The lowest is 2.7. Oh, maybe I was looking at their off rolls. My bad. Okay, everyone's about flat. It's about flat.
Or no, I'm sorry, 1.7. Silver, not
you're trolling.
not
Okay,
plat- yeah,
anyway, the game's breaking through. We do have the double shield into it with Orisa Diva, which is interesting. Double shield Orisa Diva. Okay, the Hanzo's just going absolutely
They
him.
lose
Huge
both
hits,
up
huge headshot. I mean, if you're gonna find headshots like that, it doesn't even matter where you play. It doesn't even matter how you play. Oh my god, taking it to the man.
I want the pick on the Widow.
Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. The double sniper. Maybe this is their strength.
Yeah. And they lost the Hanzo.
And he's trolling. But that's a great trade kill. I mean, if there's a trade kill to happen, that's the one you want. I mean, a main healer for a DPS, it doesn't get much better. But they do have the double shield, so the healing isn't going to be that big of an importance. But we'll see what happens here. Insidious opting to only have one sniper. So we'll see if Summer can try to make some plays happen. Walls already.
Widow's
Fine.
looking for the
Okay.
Hanzo. Mouse looking for the bat.
No one's really... The huge sleep onto the
Left
Widow.
top. Yeah.
Buys them a lot of extra time.
Hanzo's in a good flanking position. I mean, if he can get some picks here, it'd be huge. But
And they find it. They both body shot that BAP right at the same time. Great sniper coordination. But the Sombra comes down onto the Widow, takes him out instantly, hack onto the Orisa. The Immortality Field being taken out, and the Orisa just falls. This is... I mean...
the Hanzo was trying to pop shots on the Ana in the back line, and the positioning was just too good. Couldn't get the shots off, and he wasn't helping the rest of the team.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great attempt. It was a great defense. The Sombra just went completely ape into their Widow, and it works out. Finds a hack onto the main tank, takes out the Widow in the meantime. Let's see how they set up on second, though. It's just as important here. They have the double snipers, double shield. They're staying on the comp. Widow being forced out. Sombra, oddly enough, the one pushing the payload. Widow drops into a peculiar spot. Maybe she's gonna get taken up by the BAP. The BAP's doing the Widow. Window comes down.
Their Hanzo's just in the back line getting picks.
That's huge. They should be able to capitalize on it. Hanzo takes down Hanzo. It's an even trade here. Big pick on the Ana. They're up 1. Hyperion, that is. Their Orisa forced to drop. Probably gonna get taken out.
Bap's in the back, just DPS Bap. That's what he wants.
They're not pushing the payload though. Okay, now they're hopping on it. I was a little confused if I was thinking about the wrong team being offense and defense. This Dragon, not gonna get that much value, I assume.
The dragon
It
Killed the Hanzo. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what he was doing there. He kind of went up to the high ground just wanting to die to it.
Okay, well, the Hanzo ult is huge. Finds a crucial pick on the mirrored Hanzo here. Now they are 5v6 in this corridor, missing all the Hanzo damage that they could have. Card is being pushed for free. I wonder if they could have put 3 on it and capped it in time, but Hanzo offensive, I don't know what their map is doing.
The Sigma's
They
just
picked the
doing
main healer.
huge damage over there.
They pick him instantly, the EMP comes out, cancels the Sigil. Trance coming in, but maybe a little too late. Giant pole pulls him off that shield with a Sigil. I don't know if he has Immortality Field, let's see if he does. He doesn't. And that's just going to be a cleanup, and that's going to be the cap there. I mean, overall, they're doing a lot better.
I like how the Rhine didn't just run in and jump on point and stand there, because that would have been very terrible for their team.
Yeah. Yeah, because the door animation and whatnot opens regardless if it's being contested, and you don't want to feed 500 HP of all charge, but... Okay, Immortality Field with the window. It's a great Immortality Field position, right? You can't kill that. They can just stand there for free until the duration's over. If the dragon comes through, forces them off of the window. Card moving very slowly. Pop down the Sig with the ult with the counter window. Finds a great pick. Good hold so far. Hyperion taking the space with a Rhine Orisa, but the Hanzo just meleeing cart, man. This aggressive play has paid off a few times this game, but it's just not gonna work consistently. Sometimes, yeah, you might find the shots, but it's just not gonna do it.
They got the pick on Orisa, so I mean that's.
Yeah, they should be able to
respawn's
pull
right there though. I mean, they don't have too far to go.
The rest of their team seems to be playing very well. Hopefully their coach realizes this and fixes this very easily. There's a slight positional mistake from one of their DPS players with a huge EMP. He just takes out all the shields and it's just over. I mean, it's pretty expected. EMP against shields.
The Hanzo's just in a very awkward spot. Gets.
Honestly, it's a pretty optimal ult, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the only way they could lose that if Hanzo finds the 2 headshots.
Oh, the huge. Oh my, the rock.
Great accretion. That is the term I'm looking for.
Is it great accretion?
Yeah, I mean, you say rock, people just say rock.
Great accretion.
It's a big boulder.
Yeah.
Ball coming in for the last minute stall, but he gets hacked. 2 minutes on the clock. It's a respectable time. I mean, that's a pretty quick time, but it's a respectable defense. If they had a couple stops. Yeah, I mean, they can't be too disappointed. I don't think. They definitely made some changes, and they found some footing. Let's see if they can really pull it back on offense here. But yeah, just the damage numbers, bro. The damage numbers are just.
Yeah, there's a big difference here.
I mean,
it's a lot closer this time than it has been previously.
Yeah, they just pump out damage, man. All right, let's see if they can get a good offense going. Looking like they're gonna stick with the Hanzo like they have all scrim. On the Orisa bat for the defense, we're running with the Hog Sig. Hog Sig is probably the most solo queue thing I've ever seen in my entire life, and I love it. I love Hog Sig. I think it's terrible and great at the same time because they do nothing and everything.
If your hog can land the hooks and get the picks, then I mean it just.
The characters are like so squishy and so hard to use, but all of their abilities and everything is like high skill, right? The right click from Hog, high skill. The hook coming through, obviously high skill. The accretion, Sig left click, very high skill. If they're hitting everything, bro, they do insanely high amounts of damage. But at the same time, if you're not, and you're a little bit off, if you're not hard popping off, it's pretty easy to roll them.
I just want them to switch off Hanzo. Like I don't think it's doing the job. I don't.
I believe it is a Hanzo only.
Yeah,
account.
I mean,
I hope Ocean uninvises right when they start pushing and sees how long until they notice.
Can you hold it from there?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you can. You can contest the guard from there.
Yeah, he's just
Oh
holding it.
god, I hope it happens. No, they haven't touched yet, actually. He has to be uninvisible to contest. Oh, he's doing it. Oh, they spot him instantly.
I feel like that he should have uninvised beforehand.
Yeah, because it makes a sound. You're right.
Yeah. I think the sound cue just...
They would have
put him out there.
noticed. I mean, they would have noticed.
They got
for
the
sure.
bat pick.
That's a huge pick. I mean, again, finding the main healer. Let's see if they can play together, play as a team. Don't do anything crazy. You don't have to just move as a unit. Put all of your resources into your front line. They're down a whole player, so as long as you just trade units in the trade resources in the front, you should be able to win. And the hog, hold. Don't move him away there. You want to be able to put pressure onto him. No one's on the cart right now, and they're just falling apart.
They need somebody to push.
Don't have the follow-up on that hog. I mean, look at their team. Like, who's gonna kill hog? There's no sleep to cancel the heal. You have no stun on your entire team to cancel the heal, actually. The only way you cancel is with a charge. You have no anti-heal or anything. And the hog presses E, and he has the Omni on him. That's 600 HP instantly. So that guy just lives forever, and he lived long enough for his team to find some crucial damage. So they get the regroup. Ashe poking away from the high ground. Not the best character at poking shields. Pat goes down to the right. Can the hook come through too? Wow, they found the sleep and the rock.
Honda went for
Huge! Huge Graviton Flux. The immortality keeping the BAP alive, but they're losing too many teammates. They're making the right call here to back up. If they keep backing up, there's no point in taking any more damage. There's no point in pushing up here. Okay, we're taking this base.
He's using cards, so...
They don't get punished for this. They're dropping alts. It's like they're completely regrouped, and I was wrong about them being able to punish. Sombra drops the EMP. It only hits the tanks and the Hanzo. Hog needs to find a hook here while the tanks are EMP, but he doesn't quite have it. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there.
They got the pick on the BAP.
Another pick on the BAP. Absolutely massive. Not sure exactly what the BAP was doing in the backline there, but... And finally the kill comes through on the Hog. The Widow duel with the Sombra ends with the Sombra. But that shouldn't be that big of an issue.
Ryan got hacked.
But the Hanzo is just front lining. And the anti comes through down into the Ryan. He's burning. He's half HP. Giant shatter. Oh, big charge away from the immortality field into the mega. Oh, he finds two, but it's not enough.
That Hanzo. I mean, that was a good zone.
It was a good zone, but I think they still can't touch.
Yeah, they got point.
Oh, they're not going to go for it.
Yeah, they got point for it.
Let's go. Insidious opting not to force resources into the contest and rather giving up first point. What a great capture. Hyperion proving worthy. Capturing first point here with 3.5 minutes on the clock. Definitely a winnable game. Insidious picking up the high ground here, opting to put their hog on the low ground, maybe try to contest cart somewhat early. The hook goes out but finds nothing. They're grouping up here. Looks like they're all together. There's
another Hanzo 1v1.
Almost pulled the Sig off high ground. That could have been quite dangerous. They got to the Hanzo. The Graviton Flux coming through. See if they can kill down the immortality field. And it falls. And their tanks are very, very, very low. The Sig is a nanode. That's a lot of damage. But they find a kill on the Sombra. They're still holding in here. Hog out coming through. And he's just going to mow him down. I mean, like I said before, there's no CC for this guy.
Yeah. They need something for the Hog.
Oh, they did switch greed. They did switch greed. Wait. Is that... Wait, they did switch greed.
There. Yeah, they switched.
Wait, they've had Kree. Wait, I'm blind.
When did they switch?
But then again, it's kind of... they must have done it right after first cap. Once he died to the Sombra. Because he's like 60 alt, but I'm not paying attention enough. There's too much to do. Oh, they're rushing in hard. The Bongo comes down. But the sleep, and he can't even get woken up because the shield. He's just going to sleep forever and misses the speed boost opportunity. Sig's got to try to live here, kite out the Bongo. That's all they have to do is kite out the Bongo timer, and it looks like they are succeeding to do it. They did use Immortality Field in the meantime. That's a huge pull of the Ashe. Please kill her. Oh! They lose their main healer. They don't find the kill in the Ashe when she's pulled out in the open. Nice. They get the Hog, though. Kree falling back. She's stalling, taking on all their DPS.
Yep, got both.
Another huge Sig Flux, the beat coming through. I don't know, this seems pretty winnable for Hyperion.
Very winnable, yeah.
They're living out this poke. I'm not really sure how, but oh no, he gets hacked during his shatter. You don't want to see that. And the
Superman's
EMP
in
comes
back,
down into the
that's
Reinhardt.
PPA.
He's gonna get melted. They're finding these trade kills, but they're just not quite staying alive. Getting trade kills on defense, or getting trade kills in the game, heavy favors the defense. Because 9 times out of 10, they have close response. So, these trade kills, they do come through, but they're just not quite enough for Hyperion to close out. And the stagger kill on the Hanzo, hopefully Hyperion needs to realize, hey, send your Lucio back. Everyone wait, everyone hide. Send the Lucio back. Speed boost your Hanzo back. Get another quick fight as fast as possible. Maybe you can get 2 attempts. But now because he has to walk all this way, just kind of burning time here. Burning daylight. They're walking a little bit early. They don't have the Lucio. Summer's in a pretty good position to find a hack on the Rhine. She gets flashed, and McCree doesn't get the kill. The Dragon comes through, creating a lot of space. The nano down to the Sigma, the window going down, the Bob in the background, the high noon, maybe can get 1, and it does. It finds the Ash. The Bob goes down, huge conflux. It does find the create. The fight is equalizing. Man, that's what I'm saying. They're getting these kills, they're getting these openings. They're just barely falling. And it's just not enough on offense. You have to stay alive as 6. And I assume they're just going to get picked apart here. Maybe they don't need the Hanzo behind them. Misses the shot on the Ana. Finds the bat. Probably not enough. Big will take him out. Go for the 1v1. It'll be quite easy, especially with the Ana's help. They trade the Sombra, though. It is very winnable. McCree has to contest, but he is anti-tier. The immortality comes through, but he's not staying in it. They actually do get some space, and Reinhardt's almost back. The beat coming through, see if they can go aggressive with it, but they can't. It's just double shield. Another giant anti onto their backline. The Rhine's taking so much space. The Orisa doesn't have Fortify. Potentially could be a kill target. EMP onto their whole team, though. Orisa's now pretty safe. And the Rhine falls because he can't even put up his own shield.
All
And
anti.
a huge anti, yeah. You can't come back from that. 2 giant antis in a row. Great EMP. Gotta be able to capitalize on the small things. And
Superman coming out with a question mark.
it's so sad to see too, because they found so many opening kills. I think if you took a look at the first bloods to each side on a few maps, some of them were lopsided, but on a few maps, I think you'd be surprised. There's a few maps where they got a lot of first bloods and they just weren't able to transfer it into a winning fight. Just pretty unfortunate to see. I think that is the end of the scrim.
I believe so.
Yep.
I don't know where else they would Yeah, sounds like that's it.
There it is. Overall,
Well,
not too bad.
Yeah, it's a
I hope they-
coordination thing going on a bit with Hyperion there. They get the opening pick, and then some of them seem
they
to
crumble.
tunnel really hard on like what they're doing.
Yeah, they just crumble. Someone on Insidious finds the right play to equalize the fight, and then once the fight's equalized, I feel like at that point it's just too little, too late. You had your opportunity, and they kind of blew it.
yeah, they
Definitely-
would find those little picks that could change the fight. Like,
But the fact that
dramatically.
Yeah, the fact that they're getting these picks, and the fact that they took first point and they like got some space there, it shows a lot. There's definitely so much room for improvement, and it's definitely a lot of potential. Definitely a lot of potential is there, for sure.
Well, thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah, is that wrap her up?
Yeah, wrap her up. Thanks, Muffin. Thanks, Bello. for
It was a
casting today.
pleasure, dude. Pleasure to
I
hang
do
out
not
with
have
you
enough
guys.
knowledge to be sharing, and I apologize, but
It's okay. I just talked for 2 hours
hey,
myself.
and I listen.
It's okay. It's fun. It's
All
good.
right, well, we'll see y'all next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks. Later.